It's your boy Tony Peter Phaze, Gawd, and this is my fuck it moment.
Fuck it.
Here we go again. Got problems with people, I suppose with friends. Fuck that shit. I'ma make them skip a turn. I gotta go again. I got a bag and I done ran it up and went up the score. They like 0 and 10. Wins triple digits. I need more revenge. Been playing nice and I cannot pretend.
So my fuck it moment starts about a couple summers ago. I actually been working with this dude heavy during the summer. Different things. It was different content that we were making. Me and him were really locked in for that summer doing different shit. And at one point I was even considering him, kind of managing me. And that was a conversation that we had kind of started putting into works, not even really managing, just more so taking care of some of the other things that I had going on as far as like booking and things of that nature. I kind of wanted to get him into that fold of, working some of my other stuff. But either way, we had been talking about it. Conversations were going well. We had started working on details. And at one point we were like, well, listen, let me come over to your house. Let's go ahead and kind of put all this stuff together and really start formulating the plan that we have going on. We had already the day beforehand met up, did a couple drinks, did the whole homie shake. Hey man, we're gonna link in, we're gonna lock in on this. This is what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead, set a time up to meet. We'll go ahead and get everything officiated there. I might bet. A couple days go by. I meet homie at his house. Everything's cool. We showing love. We putting all the information together for the future endeavors that we had going on. And then I broke out my computer and I was like, hey, listen, while we're here, let me go ahead and type up a quick little contract that we can go ahead and have between us. So we just kind of know what we're going to be doing as we move forward working with each other. This man's face changed so crazy. And he looked at me so wild. He's like, oh, I don't think we need to do a contract. I think you're overthinking it.
Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
I'm thinking to myself, like, overthinking it. I mean, anybody in the industry, anybody in any industry is going to tell you when you start doing work, a contract is always needed. It's always needed. That's never without question. So in my mind, I'm like,
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
we should probably have a nice little contract. So I told him that. I was like, well, listen, I hear what you're saying. I'm not trying to overthink it. But, I do think we need something to just kind of, list out what we are expecting of each other, things of that nature. So, we know what we're doing. This man looks at me. He's like, nah, man, that's you overthinking that, man. You know what? That sounds like somebody that got some trust issues, my brother. I don't think that's something that you really need to be doing right now. I'm like, yo, like, am I in the damn Twilight Zone? I'm not asking anything crazy. We've already come to an agreement on the price, and I told him, like, well, man, listen, like, we already got this thing going. We already kind of agreed to it, but before you get too deep off into work, I want to make sure that we have this contract saying, hey, this is what we're doing. He switches the whole thing. He's like, oh, speaking of which, it's crazy. You haven't even paid me yet. And we already got stuff going. I've already been in the works working stuff for it. And I was like, man, we've barely done anything. It's been 2 days since we even put this whole thing together. I know you haven't done anything yet.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
Mind you, I didn't say that. But in my mind, I'm like, man, again, where is this complete 180 coming from? Because this man, we have been locked in for the whole summer, chilling, really putting in some work. Now, all of a sudden, as soon as the contract comes out, this man is flipping on me. So I'm listening to this man. And again, I'm telling him, listen, I really want to do this contract. I think it's very important that we do this contract. This man goes off on a whole tangent about, man, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. You got some kind of, like, you must have a lot of shitty friends around you. You must not have anybody around to trust you. That's crazy. You know you can trust me. I'm here for you. I've been here for you. Even though you haven't paid me yet, I'm still out here working and grinding for you, man.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
And this man is just going off on me, just saying, I can't be trusted. I can't trust people. Really, like, just talking ill of me, and I'm trying to find out where this whole thing is coming from. And then it literally, right in the middle of his conversation, clicked up in my head. It's like, ping! That little light came on. I was like, oh, he's trying to gaslight me.
So gaslighting is a form of emotional abuse. It's where a person doubts the reality of another person, leaving that other person very, very confused.
Mm-hmm. And I know that's such a buzzword. I know that's everybody's like, oh, you being like that. That's such a word that everybody throws around. But like, no, this was clear cut listen, he's trying to get his way, his feelings, and making it sound like it's me sounding crazy, me being the problem. Gaslighting 101, and the sheer fact, which is kind of just but so apparent and clear, it just really brought me to the level to say, fuck it, like this is not going to work. This is definitely not going to be able to work because this man is obviously not willing to even have this conversation about being professional when it comes to a contract. And then on top of that, this man is calling me out of my name, going crazy, just really trying to make me feel like less of a person when I already know I'm already in the right. So he lets his whole spiel go on. I'm not even trying to stop him. And he ends his whole thing with, that at the end of the day, man, you know what? I'll always be here for you and I'll always be the one making the right decisions. He takes a very smug sip of his coffee and then just sits back like he's some mafia don on a fucking couch. And I'm like, all right. Heard, understood. And this is what I did. Again, fuck it. Let's go ahead and have this honest moment in conversation. I went up and said, first and foremost, man, listen, I hear where you're coming from, understand what you're saying. Apologies that, we might have had some miscommunication beforehand and information didn't get to you the right way. And it sounds like we definitely got off on the wrong foot when we were getting everything situated from yesterday as far as payment. So again, that's my bad. So I'll take accountability for that and any other parts of the miscommunication that you have. But let's get a couple things straight. First and foremost, me asking for this contract isn't a problem. We should be able to have a contract, be able to work this out and get this done. And at the end of the day, man, I don't need you to do what I do. All right. I've been doing this. I've been putting on my own performances in and outside the city of Charlotte. I've been recording myself, videoing myself. I've been doing a lot of this stuff by myself before you, and I will continue to do it after you. Now, I would love to be able to work with you in some capacity because I do enjoy what you do and I do enjoy working with you. But if you feel like this isn't going to be able to work, listen, that's cool with me. We can go ahead and keep it moving. But again, I would like to move forward and work with you because I think we do work well together. But again, I don't need to do this. We don't need to do this. So don't get this twisted thinking that this is going to break me as an artist. Silence. Nothing said. He sits back. I sit back. We let the air die down for a minute. He's like, all right, man. Well, you know what? I think I got a lot to think about. So let's go ahead and see about talking later about it. I was like, cool with me. That works for me. Get up, say, listen, man, I'll go ahead and hit you up. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. It's like, yeah, man, I'll hit you up. Very dismissive, definitely trying to get me out of there. I'm like, cool, understood. Tensions have flared, so it's probably best I did get out of there. But I'll go ahead and see it like this. I won't end it there, but I'll say, again, fuck it, man. Never let anybody make you feel pressure into making a decision or doing something that either you don't want to do or keep you from doing something that you know you should do. A lot of people will try to make you feel bad about it, make you feel dumb, make you feel less of a person because they themselves have ulterior motives or agendas. And even if they don't, if you know in your heart you're doing the right thing, and they are actively really against that, you really kind of have to look at that person for sure. So I looked at that person and realized I wasn't dealing with that same man that I've been working with that entire summer. And this was a godsend. Like that could have been somebody that could have had access to, my tour schedule, some real deal money. Let's say we really were having a bag come through. I would not want to have that person in charge of anything because obviously he's not for me. He's for whatever he has going on. So I think that was really a blessing in disguise, us having that conversation now. And I know it was definitely a blessing in disguise because what ended up happening was literally right after that, text them saying, hey, man, listen, no tensions flared. I'm still willing to work with you. I still want to work with you. I can put together this contract and see what we can really do. I don't think there's an issue with the contract. It's like, yeah, man, listen, I don't think, I think I just need time to really kind of go ahead and work on some stuff. So listen, I'll reach out to you and we'll work on some stuff and, whatever. Again, very dismissive, very, you kind of, as an artist, you kind of get that feeling when somebody's just kind of done with you. So I was like, okay, understood. Listen, hit me up whenever you get a chance, bro.
Not gonna be able to do it.
Yes.
And the icing on the cake, and I kind of love this. He has a favorite band that's in the city, and I actually been speaking with one of the members from the band there, and met him. Actually, just met him recently at an open mic that same week. He actually happened to post me on his Instagram, just showing one of the recent shows I did there, showing me a shit ton of love. Like, hey man, shout out Phaze guy. He went crazy at this open mic. Like, this is the lead singer of this man's favorite band. So I said, oh shit, this is dope. Send that shit right directly to him. Say, hey man, listen, you shout out to your favorite band, shouting me out. Heard nothing from that man since. And as petty as that little shit might have felt or might have been, man, listen, that's how it works, man. At the end of the day, I think that really was that. I don't even want to call it validation, but that was showing that I made the right choice. You know, at the end of the day, while I have not spoken to that man since that day. I have not tried to reach out to him. I just realized that was a dead relationship, and there's nothing wrong with cutting off dead relationships. Just understanding when you know something isn't for you, go ahead, cut that thing off. There are bigger, better opportunities for you, but understand, like I said earlier, never allow somebody to put you in a position where you are not able to make the decisions that are able to benefit you. All right. With that being said, fuck them, fuck y'all. It's your boy Tony B, the Phaze God. We out of here. Faux shit, no whole shit. Shout out my dog. Oh, let's get to it.
I'm in the mood to play, so what's the mood today? Been with the crew that's gang, new shoes with the coolest name.